Hello, everyone. Welcome in today as your number 18 Florida Gators take on South Carolina at Williams-Brice Stadium here in Columbia. The Gators come into this one riding a pretty good hot streak. They've been doing excellent in SEC play. Their only defeat this season came to La Tech earlier on. So this game's underway as the kick's away and Kimber's taking the ball out from about the goal line or so. And that return was not pretty. That was only a 16-yarder. I don't know what happened there. Of course, we are playing in the rain today. Once again, as Garola goes deep and he has Malik Mega one-on-one who comes down with it. That's a 39-yard reception to open today. What a way to start your day as Garola's going to throw it on this first down, and oh no, the highs and the lows all at once. Kaba picks him off. South Carolina's going to take over. What a huge mistake as Braden Davis is going to throw this one out there, and he finds Nada open in the flats for a 5-yard pickup. Harrison Walsh III, of course, is still going to miss this game with his shoulder injury. South Carolina, though, comes in 100% healthy. They're not having a great season. They're sitting at 3-6. They need to get on a hot streak in order to get themselves to bowl eligibility. We'll have to see what they can do as Davis tucks and tries to run, but it was too late. Justice Boone takes him down for the sack. That's going to bring up a 2nd and 16 for South Carolina. They really haven't been a great passing team this season as they hand it to Rucker, their wide receiver. That's only a 2-yard pickup. That's going to make for a 3rd and very long at 13. Let's see what Braden Davis can do. And he finds Sampson wide open between our coverage. That's a 28-yard pickup and a huge South Carolina first down as they go back to Rutger on this wide receiver reverse type thing, and he ends up picking up 10 yards. That's a pretty solid play. I wouldn't quite call that a jet sweep, but I guess maybe that's what it is. Jet sweeps are typically a little bit more linear, and then they bow out at the end to get around the corner as McDowell takes a carry for 6 yards. So on first down, they run read option, and Braden Davis pulls it and runs over Moore for a touchdown. What a play by Braden Davis. South Carolina is going to take an early 7-0 lead today. Like I said, they're not usually the best through the air, so on the ground, it's pretty nice for them to be able to get it going as Montrell Johnson's going to open the day for Florida with an 11-yard carry. He come out in the pistol and go straight back to him, and this time he cuts it to the right. That's another solid carry. We'll take 5 yards on first down all day. So we finally look to pass it with Jack Garola, and he has a wide open Noah Keeter. That's going to be a 9-yard pickup and a first down for the Florida Gators. We come out again into the pistol and hand it to Montrell Johnson, and this time a linebacker's not blocked. That's going to be only a 1-yard pickup. So we pass it out of the pistol this time, and Garola hits Malik Mega, who's wide open for a 15-yard pickup, and he's down to the 40-yard line. Again, in the pistol formation. This has been our favorite formation of late. Montrell Johnson gets the carry, and that's an 8-yard pickup, setting up a 2nd and 2, and ETN has to check into the game, and he only picks up 2, so that's going to bring up a 3rd and inches situation for the Gators. Now let's see what they're going to do. They come out in the gun, surprisingly, and Garola's looking to pass. He throws that, and I don't know what happened there, man. Emmanuel Henderson didn't even try to catch it, but we decide we're going to go for it, and Montrell Johnson will get the carry. That's a 2-yard pickup and a first down, so this drive stays alive. Garola throwing it deep. That's Noah Keeter coming down with it, and a 20-yard pickup down the seam. What a great play from our senior tight end. Garola on the move here. He's got to roll out to the left. Sorry, the game's freezing a little bit, but he tucks and runs. That's a touchdown for Jack Garola. Florida comes back and answers quick. This game's going to be tied up at 7-all with 2 minutes left here in the first quarter. South Carolina takes over, and they come out in the I formation, and they're going to pound it with McDowell. That time he had nowhere to go. That's Shamar James coming up with the big play. So it's 2nd down, and they hand it again to McDowell. And from the backside, Jalen Kimber comes all the way across our slot corner and makes that play. So that's 3rd and 3 for South Carolina, and they're looking to set up a screen to Rucker, and that gets blown up. That's a quick 3 and out. Jalen Kimber was in on that play as well. So we're going to take back over here with Florida and see what we can do. Malik Mega comes up with a 15-yard pickup. That's a big first down play, and we're across midfield now. ETN's in the game in the backfield, and that carries a short one. I don't know what's going on with him. So it's 2nd down, and we go straight back to ETN, and he's going to get a better carry there. That's great. That's a 9-yard pickup and a Gator first down. As the first quarter comes to an end, it looks like Florida's going to start taking control of this game a little bit. We opened it up with a beautiful deep pass just to throw a pick on the next play. That set South Carolina up to take the early lead in this one, and then it's been all Florida ever since. Jack Garola throws it underneath to Noah Keeter on first down. That's only a 3-yard pickup, but it's positive yards. You'll take it in the passing game. And then Garola goes deep over the top, and that's Emmanuel Henderson going in for the touchdown. That's a big 29-yard passing play. Florida's going to take the lead over South Carolina 14-7 here at the beginning of the second quarter, as Braden Davis is going to take over with this South Carolina offense and run read option for no gain. That play didn't work, so they come out in the offset eye here as they throw it over the top on play action to Rutger. That was a great play. That's an NFL style play right there. However, on the next play, they're going to take a false start and be backed up 5 yards. That's a huge mistake by their O-line right there. So on 1st and 15, Amos gets the carry up the middle. He ran tough on that, and he got 9 yards, bringing this second down to a 2nd and 6, which is a pretty good situation. Braden Davis is going to tuck the run, and we have somebody there spying him. That's Derek Wingo getting him down. So it's still 3rd and 5 as they're going to roll him out to the left here and force him to throw from his weak side, and that did not work at all. We had a sack by Antoine Powell-Ryland, but we had about 4 defenders there. So they're forced to punt it back to Florida. Let's see what we can do. Garola's going deep on this play, and he overthrew Emmanuel Henderson. If he could have hit him in stride, that might have been another big touchdown. So it's 2nd down, and we get hit just as we release it. Jack Garola, luckily that was not a fumble. So it's now 3rd down already for the Gators, but look at this. Xavier Henderson broke open over the top. He didn't have enough speed to outrun the safety, but what a huge play from this Gators offense. And then Trevor Etienne follows that up with a 10-yard carry on the ground. You love to see the way that this offense is operating right now. Etienne gets us another fresh set of downs and 5 yards. However, Etienne gets hurt on this play, so we'll have to see if he's able to return to the game later on as Montrell Johnson's filling in for him. That play did not work. Jack Garola took a sack. It looked like our O-line just wasn't blocking, so we go to Montrell Johnson on the next play and get a lot of them yards back. That's a 7-yard pickup, and we see Etienne will eventually return to this game, but for now, we're going to let him rest as Garola's going to throw it, and what a play by that DB by South Carolina. He laid out and swatted that down, forcing us to settle for 3, which we do hit, making it a 17-7 ball game here with 3 minutes and 20 seconds left in the second quarter. Braden Davis is going to have to see what he can do and maybe try to get South Carolina down the field and get some points before halftime. 1st down and 2nd down didn't go his way as he just took a big sack there by Tyreek Sapp. That's going to set him up with a 3rd and 19 that they have to try to convert. Obviously, they're going to end up passing it, but they choose to go underneath to Corey Rutger, and that's only an 11-yard pickup. So the Florida Gators are going to take over with 2 minutes and 20 seconds left in the half and go deep to Emmanuel Henderson. That's a 36-yard reception and a huge Gators 1st down. We are definitely going to get points on this drive as long as we don't have a turnover now. That is an excellent situation for this Gators offense as Etienne's back in the game there. You can see he got that carry. Quantel Johnson, our 5-star running back, comes in and he ends up picking up 3 on his first carry of the game. We go to him on 3rd down and look at that. In for a touchdown is Quantel Johnson. That's his first career touchdown right there. What a big play and what a big moment for this young man. We expect him to be a big part of our offense next season with the loss of Montrell Johnson as we head into halftime leading South Carolina 24-7 here at Williams-Brice Stadium. This rain has not impacted Florida's ability to pass the ball today as they have 207 of their 286 total yards through the air. It's been an offensive clinic so far for the Gators. South Carolina's been okay. They only have 120 some odd yards. That's not really a great day when you think about it. So they definitely have some work to do on the offensive side. Time of possession's pretty close to each other. They've been doing a good job running the ball, but it just hasn't worked. Now we're going to take a look at some recruiting news here within the dynasty. This week we only have one player, and it's Doug Kittrell. He's a corner out of Zephyr Hills, Florida. He's a 71 overall and a +5. He's got 88 speed and 86 man. He's only a 3-star, and he's the number 186 prospect in the nation. I would absolutely love to bring this kid into Florida. That speed and man coverage combination I think will work pretty well. You'd like him to be a little bit quicker, but he might be able to pick up some speed during his college career. South Carolina opens up with a big play to McDowell in the 3rd quarter here. Braden Davis on next play though goes down for a loss of 4. That was a great play by Justice Boone and Jalen Kimber, forcing him to hold on to it and then making tackle as Davis is going to pass on this 2nd and 14, and down he goes. He gets sacked for a big loss. That's going to bring up a 3rd and 21 now, and they decide to just throw a screen to McDowell. That goes nowhere as Derek Wingo takes him down. The Gators are going to take over with excellent field position once again. They run speed option, and Garola executes that perfectly, getting the pitch out to Montrell Johnson, who's going down the sideline. What a huge play. That's a 33-yard rush. I'm almost certain that's our longest rush of the season right there. What a big play by Montrell Johnson. Garola looking to pass though, and he will take the sack. That's a big mistake. Big number 90 came in and got him down on first down. So it's 2nd and 21, and they run the inside veer with Garola, and he is executing it perfectly. What a huge play. That's a 17-yard rush, bringing this 3rd down back to just a 3rd and 5, and then he throws it up to Noah Keeter, who cannot hang on. If he caught that, that would have been a touchdown. So we're forced to settle for a 35-yard field goal attempt. That's up and good. It's 27-7 Florida. South Carolina takes over, really needing an answer, but on first down, Jordan Young made a beautiful play, knocking that ball out. So that brings up a 2nd and 10, and South Carolina again is looking to throw. That didn't work. It was thrown at McDowell's back. He didn't even see it coming. So Braden Davis on 3rd down has to get this, and he throws it and finds Reeder. That's a first down. South Carolina does move the chains. So McDowell gets a carry to open up this sequence, and that is a 12-yard rush and a South Carolina Gamecock first down. They go and they run the receiver sweep, and that's Sampson getting the carry there. That's only for 6 yards. Those plays haven't really been all that effective. I don't know why they love them so much in this offense, but it's 2nd down, and he throws it underneath to Rashad Amos for 3 yards. That's going to bring up a 3rd and 1 for the Gamecocks. What do you think they're going to do? I'm guessing they'll probably run it. And then look at that. They get another flag. That's a legal procedure. False start on the offense. They're backed up now to a 3rd and 6 as Braden Davis is going to have to pass and win with his arm. It works out for him this time, though. Landon Sampson goes for 11, and the Gamecocks do convert that. They send their tight end in motion over to the left. He's wearing number 23 there, and they hand it to Juju McDowell up the middle. He had a big gap and ends up getting a first down for the Gamecocks. Now inside of the red zone, let's see what this offense can do. They hand it to Juju McDowell once again, who cuts it back inside of Powell Rhineland. However, Kamari Wilson makes the play. That's only a 4-yard pickup. So on 2nd down, they hand it to Juju McDowell, and he is going to go for 6. Touchdown. That is a 13-yard rush for the Gamecocks and Juju McDowell. They bring this back to a 2-score game, making it a 27-14 game, and South Carolina could win it. And look at this. We take a sack with Jack Garola, and he fumbles it. Huntley picks it up. South Carolina's in business now with 2 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. They're in perfect position to be able to close this to a 1-score game. First down didn't go their way, though. They ended up losing 2. So on 2nd down, Braden Davis looks to throw. He goes to the end zone. He overshoots his guy, though. So it's now a big 3rd and 12 for the Gamecocks. They're looking to pass here, as you'd expect, and they throw it underneath to Nada, and that does not work out for him. So I bet they settle for 3, and that is exactly what they do. The kick is up and good. It is now 27-17. The Florida luckily retains their 2-possession lead as they go to Hester to open up their next drive. That's a 14-yard pickup from our freshman receiver. They look to run some play action on this next play, and they find Xavier Henderson open for a 13-yard pickup and another Gator first down. They finally decide to run, and Montrell Johnson gets stuffed. South Carolina was all over that play. So on 2nd and 10, they decide to run some read option with Jack Garola. Hopefully he holds on to the ball, and that works perfectly as he jukes inside and gets a 16-yard pickup and another Gators first down. This will likely be the last play of the 3rd quarter, and they run read option to Jack Garola. Once again, he is going to get us a first down on a 13-yard pickup. So we enter the 4th quarter with a 27-17 lead. South Carolina rebounded a little bit here in the 3rd quarter and closed the gap on us. Hopefully our offense can keep this going into the 4th quarter and shut down South Carolina. Jack Garola looking to pass to open the 4th quarter, and down he goes. Big number 90 was in his lap once again. So it's now 2nd and 18, and we go to the read option game, and Garola pulls it and only picks up 2. He should have gotten up the field a little bit quicker. He might have gotten some more yards. On 3rd and 15, though, they send a big blitz, and Garola throws it in the coverage, and luckily was not picked off by Mensa. So on 4th and 15, we surprisingly go for this. I don't know. We should have probably kicked the field goal, but that gets picked off by a Manori. South Carolina gets the ball back. It's kind of like an arm punt, though, so it doesn't hurt us that much. We have plenty of time to still put the clamps on South Carolina before they're in the red zone. First down, though, is a big play to Chris Nada for 17 yards. They're going to send Rutger in motion and hand it to Juju McDowell, who gets hit in the backfield. He had nowhere to go. That's a 1-yard loss. Our defense steps up. On 2nd down, they hand it to Juju McDowell, and this time he had a little bit of a gap, picking up 6, setting the Gamecocks up with a 3rd and 5 Braden Davis is going to have to pass it, and he looks to go to Reeder underneath, who will get the first down and pick up 8 yards. Braden Davis and this South Carolina offense are going to operate with a fresh set of downs now. They hand it to Juju McDowell, and he goes nowhere. He got stuffed at the line of scrimmage. So on second down, they hand it to McDowell again, and this time he picks up 2, but it was a great play by our swarming defense. So on 3rd and 8, South Carolina spreads out this Florida defense, and Jeremiah Jones makes a big reception. He's one of their freshman standout players. South Carolina does get a fresh set of downs, though. They're sending their receiver in motion all the way across this lineup, and then they hand it to McDowell. He didn't really have anywhere to go. Antoine Powell-Ryland takes him down after a 3-yard pickup. They're going to send a tight end in motion over to the right, and this time they're going to look to pass it on a straight drop back by Braden Davis, who tucks and runs. Derek Wingo does get him down, but not before Braden Davis gets a first down. South Carolina is looking to make this a 1-score game as they go to Juju McDowell on the next play. He ends up losing 2 on it, so that brings up 2nd and 12, and back to pass is Braden Davis, and he has a wide open man. That's Corey Rucker for 13 yards. South Carolina gets another first down. They still have 3.5 minutes, but they need to get into the end zone here, get the ball back, and then they need a field goal still. So 3 minutes left. Davis sends a man across the formation, and he's gonna tuck and run it. However, he had nowhere to go, and that's a sack. Shamar James takes him down, so it's a big 3rd and 12 now for the Gamecocks, and they throw a screen to Juju McDowell, but he has nowhere to go. Miguel Mitchell, our safety, makes the play and forces South Carolina to settle for a field goal that they miss. It is no good. 27-17, Gators take over. This sets them up in a perfect situation to probably be able to win this game with about 2 minutes left. We still have to get South Carolina to use all of their timeouts, then get a first down in order to be able to execute our plan. They've used 2, so it's 3rd and 8. We are looking to pass it, surprisingly, with Jack Garola, and he throws it up to an open Malik Mega, but he lofted it. If he'd have got that in there, that would have been a first down. So now South Carolina is still going to have a slight chance as we punt it back to him. Banks takes it from about the 30, and Kimber's tackle's broken, and oh no, Banks has a big gap, but he does get knocked out of bounds at about the 46-yard line after crossing midfield. So Davis looks to pass this and try to get them into the end zone. First down works well. That's Corey Rucker for 9 yards. They have to scramble and spike the ball, setting up a 3rd and 1. Davis dropping back, looking to pass it, standing in the pocket, and he finds Nada underneath. That's a first down and an 8-yard pickup. If they rush to the line of scrimmage, they don't have to use a timeout, and that's exactly what they do. They motion their tight end across the formation. Davis dropping back again, looking to pass, standing in the pocket. He has all day, and then he throws it away. He probably could have hit his tight end and picked up a few yards there, though. So they now come out in the gun with Davis, looking to pass. He goes to the end zone one-on-one, and that is a what? That's a touchdown by Corey Rucker. What a play. How did he come down with that? That is absolutely nuts. Well, let's look at the replay. He is in coverage, 2 guys hitting him. But as you look at that, it looks like his left foot comes down before his right foot. The booth does end up reviewing it, and this will show it's almost simultaneous, but I think his right foot came down first, and it is reversed. They take the points off of the board. So it's 3rd and 10 now for Davis. He's looking to pass. He ends up finding Sampson underneath, who will not quite convert it. That sets up a 4th and inches. They need to rush to the line of scrimmage and get this first down, and Sampson will do just that on the wide receiver sweep. So if they rush to the line of scrimmage, they still have 50 seconds. They need a touchdown here, though, as Davis is looking to throw towards the end zone. Shamar James picks him off and seals this game for the Gators. This is a wrap. We got to run a play and get them to use their final timeout, and then we'll be able to take some knees and win this one. That's exactly what we do. Jack Garola takes a knee, and this game goes final 27-17. Florida knocks off South Carolina. I mean, that was expected. We were the better team coming in, but still, they're a rival school, and you love to knock them down a peg. We were all over the place on offense in the first half. They couldn't stop us. We were moving the ball up and down the field. In the second half, we were definitely slowed down a little bit. Shamar James got your player of the game. I mean, who can blame him for that call? That's the perfect call. He literally sealed this game for us. Jack Garola, as I said, he kind of struggled in the second half. He had 2 picks in this one. Of course, 1 came in the first half, 1 came in the second half, but still, it just wasn't a great day. It looked like we were going to have a fantastic offensive showing if you looked at the halftime stats, and honestly, from that point on, we kind of disappointed a little bit, and we allowed South Carolina to fight their way back into this game. That's something we really need to work on, is getting more consistent, and hopefully as an offense we can do that, and as a team we can do that. Our defense is still doing a fantastic job for us, though. You gotta love it. I mean, they had 6 sacks in this game, and then Shamar James sealed it with an interception. Our defense is doing everything we could ever ask them to do. You gotta be proud of them, and all of these guys have stepped up. Hopefully we don't lose too many of them to the draft in the future. I have to really look. I know we have some underclassmen that possibly could declare on defense, but our corner position is going to be pretty weak next year, so I'm a little worried about that. South Carolina, they had a pretty good defensive showing as well. They had 2 picks and 4 sacks. I mean, that's a good day. In most games, that's enough. Now we're going to take a look at the Heisman standings, and Will Rogers, the quarterback from Mississippi State, still leads the way, followed up by Christian Viluex, the quarterback from Pitt. Hunter Deckers from Iowa State checks in at number 3, and Drew Aller, our quarterback from Penn State, at 4, Trayshawn Ward at 5. With Penn State's success this season, they remain number 1 after beating Purdue this week. At number 2 is Miami, 3 Notre Dame, 4 Oregon. 5 is Washington, 6 is Ohio State, 7 Iowa State, 8 Texas A&M, 9 Utah, and 10 Oklahoma State. This week they didn't see any movement within the top 10. That's something that doesn't happen very often. And Florida does find their way up to number 15. We're not climbing as quick as I hoped we would. I feel like they're kind of gypping us a little bit here. I don't like the fact that we're so low in the rankings. And we only have 1 loss. Yes, it was a bad loss to La Tech, but we shouldn't be that low. Georgia, by the way, loses their 3rd game of the season and drops all the way to 25. The loss of Elijah Benson has really hurt them, and it really did ruin their season. Next week, though, we're fighting for the East. We take on Alabama. If we can somehow knock them off, which is going to be a massive upset if we do it, they're much better than us. We're the higher ranked team in the East currently just because we only have 1 loss on the season, but they are a better team than us. They are ranked higher than us at number 12. They do have 2 losses though, but only 1 came in the SEC. If we lose this game, we lose the driver's seat to go to the championship game, and it could really cost us. So we need this one, even though Alabama's better than us. But I want to say thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. Have a great day. I'll see you soon with the next matchup against Alabama. Have a great day. I'm out.
And sometimes you just gotta believe there's something that'll give you relief. There's something that'll have what you need, what you need. We're broken, it's tragic, we're not all elastic, but maybe there's magic, believe you could have it.